DeVry University faculty, staff, and administration, welcome. A special thanks to Ashley Lopez for the invitation to address you today. And most important, the about-to-be graduates and all those assembled here to cheer them on. Good morning. It's my task as commencement speaker to delay you achieving what you came here for. The idea is that the delay is supposed to be worth it. And in the last hour of your college life, I can make you better equipped to lead the rest of your lives. Never mind that most of you have parents ready to supply you with advice for as long as there is breath in their bodies, or yours. I, a perfect stranger, am supposed to reveal to you some deep truth about the world that has so far remained hidden from you. I will do my best, but I make no promises. In thinking about the best topic to choose for my remarks today, several came to mind. Leadership, service, goal setting, coming up with some master life checkoff list. But in the end, I chose to speak about service and goal setting because I believe in them so strongly. I'd like to do something a little unconventional here. By show of hands, how many of you have served or are serving in the military? Okay. How about firefighters? I know there's one right here. The medical profession in some capacity. Educators at some level. Okay. Perhaps the clergy. Local, state, or federal civil service. How about elected office? Have you held elected office? But just look at all the hands that went up. And there are many more ways that people can serve their fellow citizens. So why do you do this? Why don't you go for the gold and make it all about the money? Eugene, you already know the answer to this question. Wouldn't it be nice to accumulate great wealth by the time you're 40 and spend the rest of your days on the beach in Aruba? No, it wouldn't. And those of you whose hands were in the air know better already. You have grown to understand that serving a cause greater than yourself is what gives life meaning and purpose. Doing work that matters brings a sense of satisfaction and accomplishment that great wealth can never bring. It's what gets us out of bed in the morning with a spring in our step and anticipation for the day. And when we lay our heads on the pillow at night, we may do so exhausted, but with a wonderful feeling that we did something today that made a difference in people's lives, in the safety of our community, in the protection of our nation, and in the condition of our world. So how does one choose a life of service? How do you know which path you should follow? Let me suggest starting by looking inside for what motivates you, what gets your juices flowing, what makes you feel good once you've done it. Service comes in all shapes, sizes, and flavors, and I would not suggest here that one size fits all. Nor should you feel restricted from choosing a service career that might change over time as your interests and passions change. And who says you can't do more than one thing at a time? Why can't you lead a Girl Scout troop while serving as a police officer or firefighter? Nothing is more satisfying than earning a living doing something you love. The point is, get involved. The world is run by those that show up. I'd I'd like to shift now to setting goals. Former Chief of Naval Operations Admiral Thomas Hayward said, "It matters little whether you achieve what you aim for. What counts is that you aim for what you ought to achieve." All of us can put that saying to good use as we go about our daily lives and plan ahead for lifetime goals. But again, how will we know? How will we have that sense of getting it right when we set out goals to achieve? Life is about stretching, doing more than you ever thought you could, setting higher goals than perhaps anyone around you may have believed possible. But there are two things that have great power to help us stretch: the small voice and the protective arm. Heed the small voice when it comes. Listen to its whisper, prodding, cajoling, insisting. It exists in all of us, but some fortunate few have learned to seek it out and listen to its counsel. Inside each of us is unlimited potential, and the small voice helps us find it and hold it up as the path to follow. The protective arm is the one cast about us by a mentor, a coach, a parent, a dear friend that says, "Never give up." When you have tried and tried again, only to fall short of the mark, the protective arm is there with its owner saying, "I have confidence in you. You can do it." And we lift our head up, straighten our back, steel our resolve, and go forward once again until we are victorious. To the small voice and the protective arm must be added persistence, that rare quality which never seems to receive its proper recognition. Woodrow Wilson said, "Nothing in the world can take the place of persistence. Talent will not. Nothing is more common than unsuccessful people with talent. Genius will not. Unrewarded genius is almost a proverb. Education alone will not. The world is full of educated derelicts. Persistence and determination alone are omnipotent." Setting goals that make you stretch more than you thought you could are what defines us as engaged human beings and contributes to that lifetime of service doing work that matters. A couple other points I'd like to share that I have picked up over the years. Do one thing at a time. Give each experience all your attention. Try to resist being distracted by other sights and sounds, other thoughts and tasks. And when you are, guide your mind back to what you're doing. I fully realize this advice goes counter to everything you may hear in this age of multitasking and texting while driving. But I simply don't believe that our minds are truly capable of doing this very well. A few geniuses can succeed this way. Most of us can't and shouldn't try. I'm not suggesting that you shouldn't learn many things on many subjects. That is very useful. My warning is against the distraction, whether you invite it or just let it happen. Focus and intensity are the way to go. Have as your goal to perform at the very best of your abilities all the time. Live your life with a passion for excellence, and you will impact and shape the world. I don't care what career path you choose, but whatever it may be, do it better than anybody else around you, and do it just as well when nobody is looking. Finally, superstars all have limitations. Teams can accomplish anything. It's amazing what can be accomplished if nobody cares who gets the credit. By all means, develop your skills to the best of your ability, but learn to appreciate the incredible power of teamwork. Many of you here today have already learned this great truth, and those of you that haven't so far will surely do so. So, almost graduates, this is more than enough advice. You need to reflect on your own feelings, your own desires, The world desperately wants and needs your brains and energy. Give them freely, but try to stay conscious of what it is you're giving of yourself and why. Meanwhile, celebrate your success at DeVry and bask in the pride we all feel for you today. Thank you and good luck.